I currently work with a large manufacturing company in Tennessee, and their biggest pain point when we joined them was they were going through a divestiture from their parent company. So they had to pull out all of their systems and stand them up alone. So payroll, benefits, HRIS, recruiting, everything. So we kind of started from scratch for them, like we were starting these systems. The pain points were pulling all of the data from their current system, which was not extremely user friendly, into the new system. So that led to a lot of data analysis challenges for us. In an effort to understand their issues and how we could help them, we set up weekly meetings with both the parent company and the company that was divesting off of the parent company. That helped us get deliverables, timelines, and things like that in order so that we knew what we had to do and the processes that we needed to concentrate on first, and then what could be pushed out a little bit further. We were under a strict timeline with the database conversion of under 6 months, which is a small amount of time to pull information as well as stand up benefits on their own. One of the first steps that we chose to partner with the client was working with all of the vendors for a vendor evaluation, making sure that we partnered them with vendors that would fulfill their needs for their future growth. We started by interviewing payroll companies, HRIS systems, talent acquisition systems, benefits brokers. We needed to make sure that we had everything aligned so that when we did the implementation and the data conversion, all of these parts would move together and make sure that it sustained them for future growth and as well met their needs that they needed. Self-service items was a big thing for them, for their employees, because their employees were in the field and in the office. So that posed a little bit of a challenge, but we were able to partner with all of the vendors and find the perfect match for them and thus then roll it out and implement their systems. One of the biggest challenges that we faced was a very small HR team. So we implemented a process where we helped them with their recruiting to build the team. So that way they would have someone in place once we phased out of the process. We did a process of interviewing second interviews for them. We placed an HR generalist in the role as well as a benefits person to help round out the team. So that way their employees had access to someone on site and an additional resource, which made a huge benefit to their employee satisfaction. One of the most fulfilling and rewarding parts of doing this implementation was hearing from the client afterwards. We placed an employee in there, and when we started to phase out, the employee was like, "No, please, I like having my weekly meetings with you. You're so helpful." And I was like, "It's okay. I'll always be a resource for you. And I have faith in you in doing it." But it was great to hear that they were so happy with how we trained them, set up the systems, and then gave them the tools to do their jobs.